So for my presentation, I did an enzyme deficiency, which is called Crab disease. Yeah. So the description of the disorder, Crab disease is an inherited disorder that destroys the myelin, which is the layer of protection around the nerves in the brain and other parts of the nerve system. The cause of this disease is genetic from the parents. It's inherited, and the gene results in the galactoceramidase, causing the shortness of glucose, which helps make the myelin, which is what the protector of the nerve system and all that. And usually in the US, 1 in 100,000 people are diagnosed with this disease. Well, infants. So there are two types of it. There is the late onset Crab disease and the early onset Crab disease. In the early one, it consists of children in the first months after birth, so infants, so up until around 6 months. And the late onset, it is late childhood, early adolescence, so it's around from birth to around 11 years old. Yes, this is okay. So the signs and symptoms. The symptoms depend on whether it is a late onset or an early onset Crab disease. On the early onset, you get severe seizures, vomiting, fever, loss of head control, and deafness and blindness can occur. The deafness and blindness are more severe symptoms, and there are many more. These are just common ones. In late onset, the children develop difficulty in walking, loss of vision, which is progressive, which leads to blindness, and muscle weakness, so being unable to do many physical things and all that. So the life expectancy is, as was explained in the types, so in the infants that are diagnosed, before the age of 2, if infants, like babies, are diagnosed, they die before the age of 2. And if children are diagnosed, after they're being diagnosed, they have 2 to 7 years to live. So what are scientists doing to solve this disorder? Treatment or cure. There is currently no cure, but drugs, therapy, and treatment medication can be prescribed to the patient to ease the symptoms. Yes. Explanation of what science is doing to find a cure. Science has currently found 2 treatments which will help ease the patient's body, and they pass cells that the patient's body does not have. One of these treatments are bone marrow transplantation, and this is replacing the bone marrow in the patient with someone else, like a donor's, and this helps the patient develop more muscle in the bone, and this is more helpful in the late onset as the children actually walk and need it. And the cold blood diffusion is the transfusion of the cord blood cell systems into the patient, and this is from an umbilical cord of a donor. The implications of this treatment are, I chose mostly cultural, as in negative eyes you'd see that some cultures do not accept the donation of blood and other things from one patient to another. So this could be that in some cultures this would not be acceptable, so therefore not letting the patient get treated. And in the positive, it impacts the amount of people with the disease, and it eases them, causing patients with less severe cases. And we're excited. Thank you.